Welcome back to Red Glasses Talks. The title today is Take Aim. So let me ask you a question. What is your life aimed at? So Aristotle said this. He said an archer has a much greater chance of hitting the target if he can see it. Or someone else has said, if you aim at nothing, you'll hit it every time. Nothing. So what is your life aimed at? Are you just aimlessly moving through life, doing the stuff that comes at you? By the way, you know, one of the things that I think the demands of life and the stresses of life, etc., those things begin to manipulate us and have a hold on us. And often it takes us away from our aim, or sometimes we don't even have something we're aiming at. We're just going through life. So I think often the demands of life, the stresses of life, the poor choices of life, the wrong priorities of life can really keep us from really being focused, etc. I think there are going to be a lot of us, and maybe you've already done this, you're going to look back on your months or years or life even someday and think, man, how in the world did I ever get to this point? Sure would like to do it over again. So one of the things that has helped me over the years to be able to know what I'm aimed at and to pursue that focus is to have goals. So let me give you a little interesting thought on goals. You might want to write this down. You might want to begin to think this through and set out your goals. 87% of the people in our country do not have goals. 10% of the people have goals, but do not put them in writing. 3% of the people have written goals. Now listen, the 3% who have written goals accomplish 50 to 100 times more than the others. Goals are important. Goals are critical. So let's look and see what it says in Philippians chapter number 3, verse 13 and 14. Listen very closely. So, the Apostle Paul is talking here. He said, I gave up all that inferior stuff so I could know Christ personally, experience his resurrection power, be a partner in his suffering, and go all the way, if need be, with him to death. But then down to verse 13, I'm not saying that I have it all together. I appreciate that from Paul. But I am well on my way, making progress in my life of following Jesus, reaching out for Christ, who has so wondrously reached out for me. Friends, don't get me wrong. By no means do I count myself an expert in all this, but I've got my eye on the goal, where God is beckoning us forward to Jesus. So, if you've got to set goals, and we all need to set goals, if you need to set goals, and you should set goals, remember what it says in Hebrews 12:2. Keep your eyes on Jesus. And as you do that, he will begin to give you the kind of goals he wants you to set. The things that will ultimately fulfill his will for your life. You think about that and then start working on it.